Okay, so on to step 2. We are going to be adding the paper strips to make our sky and our ground. And we've talked a little bit about the warm colors and cool colors, and the warm colors being our colors associated with fire and heat, and they're the reds and the oranges and the hot pinks and the yellows. We've already talked about our cool colors and talked about that in our setting that we are creating for our stories. We are going to have them take place at the North Carolina coast, the Outer Banks. And the ground will in fact be the water. So we are going to use cool colors for the water, the blues and the purples and the light blues. The colors we mostly associate with the ice and water and cooler temperatures. But as we add our strips, we will overlap them, one on top of the other. And we're actually going to put our glue right on the workspace so that when we're working, we are not going to be getting glue all over the table and make for a really long cleanup. Now, it totally doesn't matter if you are getting the strips off the edge, because in the end, we will trim all the edges off, so no need to worry about that. So, once you add your last strip on, you are going to start working on the ground. The ground then, when you put that on, it will be the cool colors, and you want to make it go nice and close to that horizon line. Now, I really want you to show the horizon line so that I know for sure that you are on board and absolutely know what the horizon line is, that invisible line that separates the ground from the sky. Again, you're going to be overlapping these colors. The first one you'll want to put with the straight line for the horizon line, and then the second one you'll want to flip around, because we're going down towards the bottom and we want this line to end up eventually at the bottom. What you need to think about is, how do I want my water to look? Do I want it to look more smooth and then gradually get more bumpy and wavy? And once you add your last strip on, you're going to trim off the edges. I've already done trimming off the edges. Here's all my scrap paper. I've trimmed off the edges because this is my second take of the video. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to flip it over and you'll just trim off all around, and then get your scraps in the recycle bin. When you are done cleaning up your scraps in the recycle bin, your fingertips are going to be so messy. Please don't leave the classroom, if you can help it, to go to music with your fingers messy. So make sure you wash your hands in the art room sink, or at least go across the hall to the bathrooms to wash your hands. At this point, you're going to want to put your art on your class shelf for cleanup. Before you move on to the third video, you need to do some work in your artist notebook though, planning out your story for your to go on to these settings. So put this away, go grab your artist notebook, and start giving a drawing of what you think your story is going to be about. What do you want to tell about Blackbeard? Maybe it's him hiding his ships at Bear Island, or maybe it's an attack that he's going to have. Maybe he's hiding treasure. Maybe it's kind of like the Captain Hook story and he is swimming away from an alligator. Whatever your story, plan that out in your artist notebook.